Assalamu alaikum. We have the Gilmore family with us, the Gilmores, mashallah. You are the first family to attend the MamlukArchery clinics from the UK as well. We just wanted to get a little bit of feedback of your experience, your thoughts on your course here, your time in Turkey at the MamlukArchery facility. We've covered knife making, we did horse archery, we did archery, riding, etc. So we just wanted to hear a couple of things from each of you, inshallah. You guys have already been exposed to similar retreats, the Fatuwa retreats, so you have an idea of how these things run. Before you came, what were your expectations of what would happen here and what you would cover? We'll start with Muhammad then.
You know, just having an open mind, being optimistic. So I wasn't expecting it to be like this because mashallah, this place is absolutely amazing. But yeah, I was expecting it to be very good because all of these retreats always are.
MashaAllah. Nadia, from yourself? Because I know you guys split between, Ben, we'll talk about the knife making course, but Nadia, you did the riding and horse archery.
I think expectations were managed a little bit because I had seen MamlukArchery on the social media feed, Instagram, and some of the links that you might have posted out beforehand. Also, I bought my arrows from this place.
Yes, that's right.
With carbon arrows. So I had a bit of an idea of what this place might be like, but certainly arriving here and doing the horse riding lessons is really, my expectations have been really overstretched. Really, it's much better than what I would have expected.
What you thought? Alhamdulillah. How has it been coming as a family? How have you felt in terms of the staff here, the facility? How easy has it been to bring your family here and still do your sessions throughout the day?
I don't think I can talk about this one.
I think I'm pleasantly surprised at how family friendly the facilities here are. We've got she's on the course, but we've got a 6-year-old girl and also a little 2-year-old toddler who's a handful, to say the least.
Mashallah, busy boy.
Mashallah. But yeah, certainly they've got a big playroom, which has got the big open window that you can see down into the arenas. You can see both arenas from anywhere in the building, really. And the staff have been unbelievably friendly and accommodating to even the temper tantrums of the 2-year-old. So certainly impressed with that.
How did you find the instruction for the riding, especially you were doing the riding, from the instructors, and also from a female point of view, how were they in terms of the etiquette and things like that?
Yeah, that was something I was a bit concerned about before I committed to the course, was of course being the only female on the course as well, how that would play out. But again, all the instructors here have got good good understanding of no touch technique when it comes to me. They're able to point or use other means to instruct me. And the instruction I've got today has been exceptional. I've made an incredible amount of progress. I'm a novice rider, but I've made an incredible amount of progress. And not even just in terms of skills and technical ability, but just in terms of confidence. Being able to get on and off the horse without having to have a step. Not fall flat on my face.
That's good.
I'm leaving the course feeling confident about those things now.
Excellent. Ben, tell us about the knife making course. You obviously have a background in working with your hands, carpentry, machinery, things like that. So it wouldn't be new to you. How did you find the course? How did you find the Ustad, Sinan himself? And although he didn't speak English, we had a translator. His way of teaching and showing step by step on the course.
What was good about it was that the translator himself actually was a student of Sinan. And as you say, having some experience of working with materials, machinery, so I had a bit of an insight into some of the things that he was doing, but I learned so much in terms of his depth of knowledge and understanding of how to take materials from the raw state into a finished product. So very often, when I've been working with materials with children, for example, in school, the depth of what we're doing with the time that we have, it's almost kind of like it's a lot more superficial what we've seen here, what we were being taught here. He connected the whole thing to the actual stages of man and civilization and development, and showed us how they took materials from the ground in their raw form, in their ores, how they processed those, and how important the control of heat, fire,
absolutely,
and all of these things were to extracting. It's like they drew out these amazing properties, and it was, the way you presented that was quite impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I certainly enjoyed the way he did that introduction, like a history of man and tools, and that video of those Africans, the African tribe that literally have no machinery at all, but they'll manage to make a furnace and like you say, extract the metals and things like that. Was
well, I mean, I'm a school teacher, so I know some of the challenges in trying to explain to somebody how to build something, how to make something. And myself was probably a bit disappointed with what went out with my own knife, because I made an error, not making a knife before, I've made an error. But he was very, the way in which he sort of rectified those errors and turned it into something positive and a whole new learning experience. And what I created in my own personal sort of knife making was something distinct from the others, and I thought that was quite interesting as well, and everybody was able to see something new there as well. So that was, the way you just turned it around was really good. Yeah,
no, it was amazing. I think he covered a lot of our faults on our knives and made it look really, really good, mashallah. Mohammed, from a young man's point of view, what did you find challenging in your few days that you've been here, whether it be on the knife making course or with the horses or archery?
One thing I've had trouble with is making horses listen and do what I want.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Another thing was in the knife making, I found that I was not maybe strong enough to do a few of the things like filing off the metal and making it very so deep that I had a little bit of help, but I managed to do it in the end.
Yeah, no, you did well, mashallah. We all had help really, because it was our first time to make that, so we were all in the same position there really. So going back to the UK now, what would be a main thing that you would take with you, and would you recommend people to consider coming on these type of clinics at the facility? Ben first.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with regard to the horse riding, I wasn't riding because I was looking at the children whilst my wife and Mohammed were riding. And the way that this place has been laid out, which is obviously testament to the amount of thought that they put in, it's just so easy to be able to sort of manage that and also just keep on top of where everybody's up to. I've learned a lot just by being able to watch. And the thing is, there's like an openness to the whole thing. I mean, Nadia was talking about accommodating families, but one thing that and I know because I've done some projects before, so to see the way that they did it, it had such ease, yet the level of authenticity to what was done, and the skill and the level of excellence that was in which it was executed was really quite impressive. And so absolutely I'd recommend the course, and probably the most important thing for me was that, or just to add, that whilst they were accommodating for families, it felt like being part of an extended family, because of the manner in which they are. And I think it's particularly people are like that generally. Yeah. But it was very much like that. For sure.
Mohammed, you're going to go back to your friends. What are you going to tell them about this course, and give them one reason why they would consider coming?
You learn how to make a knife, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good reason.
I'm pretty sure.
But with making that knife comes responsibility, as we were told, right?
But I'm pretty sure every single one of my friends would want to make a knife. So that's just one of the many reasons for coming.
Definitely. And I think it's obvious, but we're all very lucky to be here. But someone your age, very lucky to have parents as these to support you and bring you on these courses as well. Not many kids will get these particular opportunities, and there's so many lessons that we've all learnt from here. So we should really cherish these memories. And Nadia, mashallah, you've really done so well in terms of being the only female on the course. You're kind of like the role model for the first woman, again, from the UK to come on these clinics as well. Mashallah, you had to juggle your family as well. So from your point of view, what would you say to people back home about this course, And what was your main, your takeaway, lesson from the week here?
Yeah, so I think coming on the course and sort of knowing that I was going to be the only female in the group put me out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I was motivated to do it. And I think in the very first archery lesson that we had, when we were told about the imams of archery, we were told the grand imam, of course, is the companion of the Prophet and about how this imam who wanted to come and learn archery from him travelled to Medina, Abu Hashim, but unfortunately it said Ibn Abu Waqas had already passed away, and so he actually learnt the skill of archery from the daughter of Saad Ibn Abu Waqas, and I think hearing that, it was a real affirmation for me for why I'm actually here.
Definitely.
And again, that's the message really to give to other sisters who would like to come and be part of this, is that, this is the Sunnah discipline, and that the women, they did it too.
Absolutely,
they excelled in it, and they were teachers in it.
100%.
So, if we're going to keep this, tradition alive, coming here and being able to hear about the kind of whys and wherefores, contextualise, with regards to our religion really, which is something you're not going to get in the UK, and you're going to struggle to get, anywhere really. So I think that really is the big take home for me. And I'd like to take what I've learned now and take it back to my archery club, and to encourage other sisters to come out here so that they can gain and benefit from that knowledge and take it back to the UK or wherever they're from as well.
Inshallah. We'd like to thank you for supporting the clinic and coming along as a family. We'd like to thank the MamlukArchery team for their help and support and their excellent kind of service that they have here. And inshallah will be the first of many other clinics that we'll have, inshallah.
Something I wanted to add as well, actually.
Please.
Is that one thing that, by making that knife,
yes,
is that you buy a knife in the shop. It's like, we're living in a society where everything, you just buy it.
Right.
And if it breaks, you get another one.
Convenience.
But when you're making that knife yourself, and you make the leather pouch, the handle, you're carving it, you're investing something of yourself into that.
Absolutely.
And you won't look at a knife again the same.
No way. No.
So that whole experience was really, quite amazing. And to hear him say, well, look, the next thing from this is really making swords.
Yes.
And working with Damascus steel. So, takeaway point for me is that the whole idea of, where's this going?
Yes.
What are we going to do next? So it was really good,
yeah, no, definitely there's a lot more planned that Alperin has. He has a very wide vision, long-term vision for the facility and also the different types of clinics that he'll be putting on. So, alhamdulillah, hopefully we'll be part of that, inshallah. Thank you very much. Okay, finish.